Hi guys. Okay, so I just want to do a quick video for you guys, for especially for everybody who's new, just to show you guys a little bit about, like, I want to show you exactly what I do on a daily basis to build this business. And it's really not complicated. And like, so I follow all of the top leaders. So in the email I sent you guys, or that you received from your sponsor, is those people I have listed in the email is the people that you want to be following on Periscope and Facebook. Um, because it's like, if you want to be like, I want to be where Jade Hooper and Jocelyn Yates are. So I follow exactly what they do and how they built this business. They're both social media. So, and I'm building social media. So that's how I want to build. For those of you that are building more face to face, I can give you some other people to follow as well, and you can learn from them, and as well as the people in social media. So, um, pretty much when I got started in this business, I really didn't start doing anything until mid-May because I wanted to have results before I really did anything. And I wish I could I would have just started right away. And so that's why I really want to encourage everybody to get on the ground running and have that excitement and that energy, because it's just going to catapult you even faster than it did me. Um, so I posted incorrectly, like really incorrectly, um, for probably um, 2 months, maybe even close to three. I didn't understand how to post. It's only that in the last, I would say, 3 to 4 months that I have like really learned how to, and that's by watching Jade Hooper's videos and following Jocelyn and seeing how they post, and understanding that when you are posting, you are trying to accomplish feeling and emotion. So people own your struggle. Everybody has a struggle. Okay, people don't join this business because they have money and their lives are perfect. People join this business because they need something. They need income. They want to change an aspect of their life. So, don't be afraid to share your struggle. Okay. Um, I have always been very public about my daughter and her journey and stuff. And I have never been private about that. And so along her journey, people have followed me and they've built relationships with me because of my daughter. Um, and the same thing with your struggles. People will be able to relate to you when you're just real and you're honest. Okay. Um, the other thing is too is that I highly encourage you that if you have not used a wrap, you need to use a wrap now. Or if you're pregnant and you cannot use a wrap, then I would highly recommend maybe getting like stretch mark cream on your auto shipment, your personal product order. Um, or maybe the essential oils. Those are all safe for pregnancy. The essential oils are great. And just be, we have several products that you can use while you're pregnant, and just be a product of the product. And so it gives you something to talk about. Okay. Um, okay. So what I do on a daily basis is if you want to be where, if you want to grow your business every day, you need to grow your business every day, but by doing that, you're putting 100%, and your 100% can be different each and every day. So one day you might only have 30 minutes to work your business. The next day you might have 6 hours to work your business. The key is that you're consistent with working your business each and every day. Okay. And if you're not able to post and stuff, schedule your post the night before. Okay. There's Hootsuite, there's Kintshare, there is Buffer. There's a lot of different applications that you can use to schedule your posts on Facebook. Okay. I just heard about one for Instagram. I have not used it. I am going to be checking it out. So I will get back to you when I figure that one out, because it would be huge to have scheduled posts on Instagram. So, so first off, I post 3 before and after pictures a day. Try to, if I remember. It just depends on my day. Some days will be more, I'll post 3 before and afters, or some days I'll have more business posts. It just depends on my day. But I try to do at least 1 or 2 before and after pictures a day. And then I do lifestyle and business posts. I try to post like about every 1 to 2 hours. I do this full time though. Okay, so if you're doing this full time, then you want to be posting, I would say at least 6 times a day. Okay, I would say probably around 6 to 10 times a day. You want to bring people into your life. Okay, because people are not going to want to follow you unless they can see that you're a real person, and that you can, bring, like, you can give them something. Does that make sense? So, post pictures of your kids, post, special times, talk about, even though you're just starting out in this business, talk about where you want to be. Talk about the dreams that you have. Um, Once you believe it, then you can achieve it. Okay. So it's like, think once you have this vision of this company and what this company can do for you, no holds bar. I mean, seriously. Um, so talk about those things. Bring people into that vision. Okay. Just say, I cannot wait until I'm going to hit that $500 bonus, that $500 Ruby bonus. I'm so excited. That's going to mean so much for my family. Talk about that. Okay. So 3 before and after pictures. You guys are more than welcome to take before and after pictures from my timeline. Only use the ones that have the compliant verbiage on the bottom, because the compliance changed that at about September, October. So just use the ones that you see the compliant information at the bottom. Also, you can go to the It Works Global Facebook page, and there is a ton of before and after pictures in there as well. Um, and also on top leaders pages too and stuff like that, they'll post. And you can, those are available to share as well. Um, and then your lifestyle, if you're not good at selfies, get good at selfies. I never was a selfie person until I started this business, and it's something that you just have to kind of do, because people need to get to know who you are. People need to get to see that, like, they need to get to feel you, and you're building relationships through pictures. You have to remember that, especially on social media. The other thing I do is I add new people to my Instagram accounts and my Facebook accounts every day, pretty much. Some days I'm more on it than others, but I do. On Facebook, if you go into, let's say you go into one of your friends, a timeline, and if you click their friends, and there is a column for people you might know, I add everybody who is usually female. I don't usually add males. Just, it's like a preference thing, just because I'm showing pictures of my kids and things like that. Um, so I'll add all the girls that we have like a couple mutual friends with. Does that make sense? And that there's really not like another It Works distributor that's a friend like that is like a part of our team. So usually that only happens in my local area, like in my hometown. But so I add new people to my friends list every day. Instagram is a different ball of wax. Sometimes I'll add people like their friends, or I'll just find things that like we have in common. So like mom of two girls. So I'll follow people from like that category sometimes, or like I'm a stay-at-home mom, or I'm a work-at-home mom, or I love cats because I run a cat rescue and I have a gazillion cats. So you just find topics that pertain to you that people can relate to you, or special needs, because my daughter's special needs. So that's a huge one for me. So when you find these different niches, and then you can follow people and you can make friends. I've made a lot of friends through Instagram. Okay, so you want to build up your followers list in Instagram. Once you hit about 1,500 followers, that's really when you're going to see your business kind of boom. And then you're going to kind of see another boom at like 3 to 4,000. That's what I hear from Jocelyn. She's done periscopes on that before. So I'm almost at 3,000. So it takes time, it takes consistency, and you just set alarms on your phone. And I give myself a checklist. So there's that. Anybody who likes my product post, whether it's wraps, greens, whatever, I'll message them, or I'll direct message them on Instagram, and I'll say, hey girl, thanks for the love on my post. Were you interested in doing a 90-day challenge using wraps, using greens, whatever? Um, if they like a business post, um, I'll say, hey girl, thanks for loving my post. Were you interested in what I'm doing? And I'll just sign it Cassie. So that's all I do. And so I'll do that every single night. Pretty much. Yeah. Like, and sometimes if I don't get to it that night, then I'll do it in the next morning. But I'm messaging anywhere from 10 to 30 new people a day. Okay, so and then what I do is if somebody says, "Yeah, I would love to order," I can do it on my pay on, I can do it next week. Great and stuff. And they're like, "Oh, I can do it when I get paid." Okay, great. When you get paid, and I'll write you down. So then I have just like a cheap $10 um planner, and I just write their names down in my planner to follow up with them on a specific day that they give me. If they do not give me a date, then I'll automatically put them in my schedule for the following Friday. Okay, so that's all I do. Okay, and in my Instagram, I just scroll all the way down and I just start following up with people on Fridays. Okay. So if they're not in my book, then they're not, they're giving me a date, or they haven't responded, or they've said no thanks or whatever. So I never delete any of my messages unless they tell me that they're with another multi-level direct marketing company, or they tell me that their sister does it, or whatever. Um, because they liked your post for a reason, and at some point they will end up enrolling. Okay. My loyal customer I got today, I have been following up with her since September. Okay. Um, it takes the average person 7 to 21 times of follow up before they'll commit. Okay. And that's just the rule of thumb. It's the law of averages. Okay. And for one thing, social media, it takes more time for people to respond to you, especially when it's cold. Even family and friends and stuff like that, they're more like, okay, what are you doing? Is this really working? What have you got yourself into, kind of thing. And friends and family are actually more the ones that will actually sit you down and like be like, okay, so what you just did this is not going to work. Because they feel like they have to protect you, or like, you know they feel like that, yeah, they just have to protect you. Jocelyn talks about this because when she started this business right out of high school, she was 19. Her parents told her it was a scam and that she was going to lose all of her money in it, and it was just whatever. And she completely, as a rebellious teenager, just blocked it out and just went about her stuff. And then for like 9 months, she just sold to her family and friends, like, her friends, not really much her family. I think her first like distributor ended up being her uncle or something. And so then after like 9 months, she went to a meeting and stuff like that at her upline's house, and stuff, and she just kind of like, oh, I can really build this. And so then finally her mom was like, why don't you just quit, because you're not making any money and it's just pointless. So that lit a fire under her butt, and she just went to town. And now 2 years later, she is a presidential diamond, chartered for ambassador, and she's making $30,000 a month, and she's only 21. Pretty awesome. Um, okay, so then when I message people and stuff like that, some people get back to me, some people read the messages, some people don't. It's the law of large numbers. So the law of large numbers is that the more people you talk to, the more chances you're going to get to you have somebody say yes. Okay. So then what happens is that I will usually follow up with people every single week on Fridays unless they've given me a specific date. Um, I don't follow up with everybody every week. Some people I'll follow up with, like if they tell me no, not right now, and stuff, well, then I'll probably wait like a month or two, to follow up with them. If they are not reading their messages or whatever, or if I see that they are, like I'll follow up with them one more time on a specific topic that they were interested in, like whether it was a product or the business. And then after that, I'll switch it, and so if I was talking to them about becoming a distributor, then and they're not responding, but I see that they're seeing my messages, then I'll just switch it and I'll say, hey, I'm looking for 2 more people to be a product tester for wraps and stuff, you know, you just get 1 box a month for 3 months, and I'll give you my discount at $59 a month. Would you be interested? Or, and I say, and you take pictures to track your before and after pictures to track your results. Are you interested? And I have gotten several people after having no conversation. My loyal customer that I had last week was the exact same. She said no thanks to becoming a distributor. Waited like 4 weeks and stuff, and then I sent her a customer post, and she's like, yeah. She goes, let me message you on my break, and I'll sign up. And I'm like, okay, great. So it can, like, you just have to have it in the back of your head that not everything happens. As long as I'm getting people on my calendar, that's all that matters. Okay, because I need, even if I don't have any business today, like if I don't like enroll, or if I don't have a customer today, that's okay. Okay, because I know I am working my business every single day, and I know what I'm supposed to be doing. So as long as I'm getting people, like if they tell me, yeah, for next week, great, because I need business next week. Okay, if they're telling me next month, or if they're telling me the new year, great. I need business for all of those months. Does that make sense? So don't get discouraged and stuff when, you know, if people are telling you no. That's okay. People need time. My first month, I had 1 retail customer and I had 1 loyal customer, and I sold 8 wraps for 25 each. So I had $200 in cash, and then I had $80 in commissions. Okay, that was my first month. Okay, so it's, you know, sometimes you don't start out right away, you know, and that's totally fine. Now, some people will get their 4 loyal customers in a week. That's totally fine too, you know, because your initial goal for your 30 days is your first four loyals. And why is that? Is because I would love for you guys to have $120 in free product. And secondly, is that pre-qualifies you for the $500 Ruby bonus, because if you don't hit your 4 loyals in your first 30 days, then you don't get the $500 Ruby bonus if you go Ruby. Does that make sense? So, I personally didn't get the Ruby bonus. I missed it because nobody told me the correct rules, and that's fine and everything. And at the same time, I didn't have my upline actually like like went MIA after I enrolled. So, but that's okay, because I knew I was working my business, and I saw the bigger picture in this business. That there's much more down the line, than just the $100 or $500 bonus. So, so that's all I do, guys. Like, that's all I do. I just do the same thing every single day, and I'm just consistent. That's it. It's like, and I know, like, I'm almost charted for Emerald. And that's all I do. Like, every single month though, I've just been consistent, and I have people that don't work, and that don't see this business for what it is. I have people that have given up, and that's okay too. I just love them, and that's it. In the moment and stuff, it's frustrating, of course, and stuff like that and everything. And in this whole process, you're growing, and you're learning as a person, and you're growing as a leader. And so this is all it's all a learning curve, and you're going to go through in your own business. You're going to go through learning and developing and stuff like that. And if you're thinking that something's not working, then watch more training videos and watch more things and everything like that, and immerse yourself into this. And if you immerse yourself and watch YouTube videos and watch all these different things, you're gonna start feeling more excited and more confident. And believe me, I've like not done things right and stuff like that. I urge you to talk to everybody you know. Tell them about this. Tell them how excited you are and stuff like that. And yeah, and I'm here if there's any questions, if you guys need help with any area of your business, I'm here to help. And I think I've covered everything, right? Like, add new people, message, likes, and comments. Oh, when somebody asks you a specific question, like on a picture, like in a comment, always private message them. Okay, never divulge information like in a comment section. And here's the reason why, is because people are watching you. People are watching you and your business. And if somebody asks you, hey, what's the price of the hey, what's the price of the wraps? Sometimes I'll put the price of the wraps in my post. But if people ask you, like, well, how much is the wow, or how much is this, or what is this business all about and everything, then what you want to do is private message them, because people are watching you. And what's going to happen is, if you give all this information, then the people that are watching you that might be interested are going to read that and then base an opinion off of that. And you're never ever going to know if that person's interested or not. Does that make sense? So it's better to kind of keep like a mystery kind of going, because then that way people that are interested actually reach out to you, and then you can actually talk to them on a one-on-one basis. So there's that. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. I just talk to a lot of people every day. That's it. Okay. And understand that follow-up is fortune is in the follow-up. Okay. Go to the dollar store and get yourself a planner. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. I got mine at Target. So it doesn't need to be anything fancy. It just needs to be something that you can write names in. And it has like the month, like at a glance. Like it has like the full month, and then it has like the full, like every single day in there. So I end up using like the month at a glance more than I actually use like the in-between stuff, but that's just me. I have a love-hate relationship with my planner, but I'm learning to love it more. And I had a love-hate relationship with Instagram, but now I'm learning to love it more, because it was just because I just didn't know how to use it. And then Jade has a YouTube video on Instagram, so I just watched that, and then I learned to love Instagram. Yeah, so I think that's it, guys. Let me know if this helps, or if you guys have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. All right, good night.